Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Saturday episode of Ted's Boo Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted, for episode 201 of Ted's Boo Cellar, the premier alcohol review show here on the fine but admittedly somewhat flawed website that is YouTube. Now, it is currently 3:17 on Halloween 2020, so to everyone who's celebrating Halloween today, I hope you have a lovely night. Make sure to drink responsibly, stay safe, and above all else, have a good time. So, today we're going to be taking a look at a good, simple, hearty beer. Now, this, similarly actually to the wine that I reviewed last night, is a drink that's fairly close to my heart because in 2013 I went on a month-long volunteer trip to an animal conservation park in China. And it was a really great experience, and it helped me sort of do a lot of sort of self-discovery as well. And in China, the main beer that we drank in the area of China that I was in was Tsingtao, which I believe is actually China's most exported beer. Now, this is a 4.7% lager. It's an imported premium lager as well. And it says here that the company was established way back in 1903, 8 years before the Great Chinese Revolution of 1911. So, yeah, no, this is an old company, and yeah, so they've had a long time to craft what I would say is a pretty good beer. It's been a while since I've had this actually, and I do remember the bottled version being slightly better than the canned version, but I do remember the canned version still being pretty good. Now, I got this for $1.79 from the Wine Barrel on Western Road in Hove. I think that was a pretty decent price for just a standard imported lager in like a Coke-sized can, so yeah, fair enough. I quite like the design of the can as well. It's got a nice, classic, regal, classy Chinese mix of colours, classy ring of gold, and then the sort of imperial red, and then the smooth green. It's a nice mixture of colours that sort of really invokes sort of Chinese culture, and it's just a really nice drink can to look at. So yeah, I'll give that a 10 out of 10. It looks very handsome. So let's give it a sniff and see what our first impressions are like. Hopefully they're decent enough. So let's get a snifter in. What's good is it doesn't have too much of a strong smell, so it doesn't overstay its welcome a bit on that front. It actually, weirdly enough, it kind of it smells like kind of quite a mild version of Heineken, which I wasn't expecting actually. So no, it's given me a good first impression. It's just a simple lager, from what I can tell, that is what it is. So we'll quickly have ourselves a palate cleanser of water first. God, I do miss that trip to China. I had some amazing folk food there. I remember as well, we could get, because of the exchange rate of currency, I didn't really immediately realise how much I could buy for £1 in China in terms of like drinks like this. And I later found out that I could buy a half-litre bottle of Tsingtao for essentially like 45 pence. So yeah, it was a good value for money over there. So on to the most important part of the video, what this actually tastes like. So bottoms up. Okay, so the start of the taste is just like this standard lager taste. And the texture's really interesting actually. There's a bit of fizz there, but it's not so much so that it sort of like really fills up your nose a bit. In fact, the fizziness is like brewed in there in such a way that it creates almost kind of like a creamy start to the texture. And then in the middle, you get this slight sweet tint sort of like fizzles out very smoothly throughout. And at the end, you've got this golden amber lager aftertaste and finish that really does actually sort of leave it on a really nice note and a really nice finish. So, yeah, no, overall, this is just a really nicely brewed imported lager. It doesn't try to do anything complicated, and it is just a really good beer. So, yeah, I'd say it's probably good for most, if not all, circumstances. It's probably good for just having one at the end of the day of a hard work and just to relax with. It's a good meal beer as well because it's got a striking flavour. It's got that amber gold lager flavour, but it's like not. It's not so flavoursome that it would overpower anything that you may have it with, like nuts or a nice meal. And it's like simple enough as well that you could have it as a session drink or as a pre-drinks drink as well. So yeah, it's very, very flexible. It's very nicely brewed, and it's just a simple beer that I think most people could enjoy quite easily. So yeah, I'm going to give it a I'm struggling to find things to say bad about it, actually. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Very well done, China. You have done yourselves massively proud with this one. So yeah, much recommended. So, if you guys did like this video, leave a like, share and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you want to check out anything else I do online, I'll leave the links to my social medias, the YouTube channels and other shenanigans in the video description down below. Sorry about, by the way, if my speech was a little bit off today. I think I must have bitten a part of my tongue in the night, and it's a little bit swollen, so apologies about that. But anyway, until next time, have fun, stay safe with whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, take a mask with you to the shops, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys next time at the bar on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye-bye for now.